Have you ever wondered how a game console could become more than just a machine, transforming into a cultural phenomenon redefining entertainment? Today, we're taking a deep dive into the story of such a console, the PlayStation 2. With over 155 million units sold, the PS2 isn't just a best-selling console of all time, it's a symbol of a gaming revolution. As we peel back the layers of the PlayStation 2's success, one question remains: what made this console so special? At the dawn of the new millennium, Sony, a name that had become synonymous with innovation, was already a major player in the gaming industry thanks to the success of the original PlayStation. But it was the PlayStation 2, unveiled to the world on March 4, 2000, that would truly take the gaming world by storm. At the time of its release, the landscape of gaming was a battleground. Nintendo's GameCube, Sega's Dreamcast, and Microsoft's debut console, the Xbox, all posed stiff competition. However, the PlayStation 2 wasn't merely entering the market, it was on a mission to redefine it. Unlike other consoles, the PS2 was not just about gaming, it was about creating a cultural shift, making gaming mainstream, and bringing it into the living room as a shared family experience. Its games spanned all genres, captivating a broad spectrum of gamers and non-gamers alike, and it pioneered new ways of enjoying entertainment, making it far more than just a console.
I'm not buying Dreamcast, I'm waiting for PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2 is definitely going to be a lot better.
PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2.
All of PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2.
Sony's PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2 was a marvel of its time, both in design and technology. Its sleek, black exterior gave it an air of futuristic sophistication that was alluring and, quite frankly, cool. But it was what lay within this stylish shell that truly set the PS2 apart. At the heart of the PS2 was the Emotion Engine CPU, a technological tour de force that allowed the console to render complex graphics and create immersive, detailed game worlds unlike anything that had come before it. Capable of 6.2 G-flops, this processor was a behemoth for its time, powering the complex 3D graphics that would become the hallmark of the PS2 era. This was complemented by a graphics synthesizer GPU that further enhanced the visual capabilities of the system, which could render up to 75 million polygons per second. This enabled the console to display detailed and dynamic environments in games, leading to a level of immersion that was unprecedented. However, one of the PS2's most revolutionary features was its integration of a DVD player. In an era when DVDs were still a relatively new technology, this was a game changer. The PS2 didn't just play games, it played movies, making it a multimedia hub that appealed to a far broader demographic than just gamers.
If you press lightly, the ninja throws his star short. If you press hard, he throws it far. How hard do you want to punch? How high do you want to jump? I just love all the new control the DualShock 2 allows.
The console also introduced the DualShock 2 controller, an evolution of the original PlayStation controller that included pressure-sensitive buttons, opening up new possibilities for gameplay. The DualShock 2 set the standard for what a game controller should be, and laid the groundwork for future PlayStation controllers. The PlayStation 2's game library was a veritable playground of creative expression, a canvas where game developers painted vivid worlds, forged unforgettable characters, and scripted narratives that enthralled us. But amidst this vast landscape, certain games stood out, not just for their quality, but for their transformative impact on gaming culture. Take Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, for example. It didn't just expand on the open-world formula, it revolutionized it. The city of San Andreas was a sprawling, breathing entity of its own, each neighborhood imbued with a distinctive character, each pedestrian a storyteller. But the real star of the game was its narrative, a gritty, engrossing tale that explored themes of family, crime, loyalty, and the American dream. San Andreas was a testament to the PS2's ability to host grand, ambitious narratives that rivaled those of cinema. The realm of role-playing games, on the other hand, was graced by the poetic storytelling of Final Fantasy X. This was a game that transcended the boundaries of its genre, weaving a tapestry of complex characters and intricate relationships against a backdrop of a world teetering on the brink of destruction. The game's turn-based combat and sphere grid progression system provided a strategic depth that enriched the player's journey through the world of Spira. With its poignant narrative and compelling gameplay, Final Fantasy X was more than just a game. It was a narrative odyssey. On the other hand of the spectrum, the PS2 also hosted lighter, more family-friendly titles. Ratchet & Clank, Jak and Daxter, and Sly Cooper provided cartoonish fun with their zany characters, colorful visuals, and accessible gameplay. The PlayStation 2 scored big with sports fans, delivering a wide range of titles such as FIFA, Pro Evolution Soccer, Madden NFL, and NBA 2K. These franchises released multiple annual entries, offering gamers a thrilling opportunity to step onto the virtual field and compete in their favorite sports like never before. And this is just scratching the surface. The PlayStation 2's game library was a treasure trove of experiences, catering to a vast array of tastes and preferences. Each title played a role in defining the PS2's legacy, providing memorable moments that are still fondly remembered by gamers today. The PlayStation 2 didn't just leave its mark on the gaming industry, it left an undeniable mark on popular culture. It was a commercial success, selling over 155 million units worldwide, but its impact went far beyond sales figures. The PS2 became a cultural phenomenon. It bridged the gap between gamers and non-gamers, bringing families and friends together around the television in a way that few other consoles had managed before. The PS2 wasn't just a console, it was a community builder. With multiplayer games and party titles, it made gaming a group activity, a shared joy that could be experienced by all. The console also transcended borders and cultures. It was equally at home in a teenager's bedroom in Tokyo as it was in a family living room in Toronto. Its games were not only translated into multiple languages, but they were also culturally adapted, making the PS2 a truly global phenomenon. Moreover, Sony's marketing campaigns were a masterstroke. With taglines like "Live in your world, play in ours," the PlayStation 2 was positioned not just as a gaming console, but as a portal to other worlds, a gateway to adventures and experiences limited only by one's imagination. Though the PlayStation 2's reign officially ended with the cessation of production in 2013, its influence can still be felt today. The PS2's legacy is not just in the number of consoles sold or the technological innovations it introduced, but in the experiences it provided and the memories it created. The PlayStation 2 showed the world what a gaming console could be. It was not just a platform for games, but a multimedia hub, a gathering point for friends and family, and a canvas for creators to bring their visions to life.
The biggest console that ever has been. People just looking to PlayStation 2 like, oh, it's like the sun's coming up, it's like the god of consoles, it really is going to be something special.
The PS2 broke barriers and redefined expectations, changing the way we think about gaming consoles. The PlayStation 2 also paved the way for future consoles. Many of the features we take for granted in modern consoles, from streaming capabilities to shared online multiplayer experiences, can trace their roots back to the PS2. If this exploration has inspired you, there's plenty more to discover about this iconic console. Consider diving deeper into its vast game library or sharing your own PS2 experiences in the comments below. Your stories and insights add depth and significance to the ever-evolving legacy of the PlayStation 2. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the world of gaming, consider subscribing to our channel. We regularly produce content that explores gaming history, iconic consoles, and more. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video informative and share it with those who might be interested in the PlayStation 2's fascinating story. Thanks for watching.